Caleb hang out until that fourth square fills up. Caleb, you can hang out. Can you mind hanging out until someone more important than you comes?
It'd be my honor.
Okay, thank you.
People think Spin has put a reverse curse on Brent Fikowski because he said he wasn't going to make it, and he's dominating.
Dude, go Brent. Don't forget, as much fun as we're all having, don't forget.
Are we live?
Yeah, we are. Bam.
We are.
There it is. In the old days, we got to see people diving across the finish line. We got to see Chris Spieler and Graham Holmberg fight it out at the finish line. We got to see at the starting line, Rich being an alpha and pushing dudes around. We got to see Garrett Fisher take an enormous lead in some fucking crazy race around the grounds at in Carson. And this time, all we get to see the one of the greatest programmed events completely butchered, as we have to see the great Katrin Davids-Daughter barely beat Emily Rolfe, but we don't know until the last 3 seconds. What a fucking waste of one of the best. I mean, that could have been a fucking highlight reel. Watching Emily Rolfe go after Katrin Davids-Daughter. I mean, and instead it's like, get off the fucking.
And Vellner and Fikowski.
Isn't CrossFit the thing that's functional fitness? Oh, look, they're getting off another fucking machine. It is. We accept it, and we accept it.
What do you mean we accept it? We don't have a choice in that.
You know what I mean? It's like we start to get excited about it. We're making the best. Oh, just be positive. No, shut the fuck up. What a it was so frustrated. I was so happy for Katrin, and yet it's ruined by that fucking machine.
Who's in charge of making the event layouts?
I don't know. What you tell me? You guys tell me. But do you think that you could have done a run around that venue, at least for the final heat?
You have to think about all the You got to think about all the venues.
Okay.
You know, I mean, like technically,
just run around the venue.
You definitely could have done it in Orlando.
And then just put a weird cone in the middle of nowhere, run to the cone.
I mean,
even that would have been more exciting.
I've been totally against all the shuffle run bullshit that we've been doing. But like, if you were going to put the shuttle runs in, you could have put them in there. Then you don't have to change anything. Let them run in their fucking lanes. I agree. They shouldn't have had them on there because nobody knows the race. Then everyone's just kind of independently running. And so for me,
I need them. I need them like elbowing. I need it. I don't even want them having their own lanes. I want to see someone try to fucking pass Katrin right there.
If they could have had a loop, that would have been fun. That would have been really fun. Little crit track around the thing. That would have been super cool.
200-meter lap.
Yeah.
I want to see Emily Rolfe try to pass her on a fucking turn and catch and be like, not today. The coverage from top to bottom is trash. Scrap the entire game's media. Start over.
Wow.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Jesus Christ. I lit a match and you got to throw gasoline on it, Tom. My God. Like you're the kid like we're throwing snowballs at fucking cars and you put a rock in one, huh? We're dry firing BB guns at each other and you're the kid who puts a little rock in there and shoots one of the other kids. Lucky Camera Straps killing it this weekend, lads. Did you see the Polynesian dance show on the Torian stream? Insane. No, I didn't.
That'd be cool.
I didn't. That's the one where they make all the crazy faces and like send evil spirits and shit back and forth to each other.
Drop the elbow.
That's the one. Are leaderboards up?
Yeah.
Men's is updated. I don't think women's is updated, but their placements are in there though. So if you click on it, you can see everybody's placement. The actual leader's not on there though.
Did Justin just take a crazy bad finish? Did he just take like a 20-something?
24th.
Yeah.
In a running event. It's a fitness oriented event. He got 24th in too.
Was he limping when he came off of that?
What?
Was he limping when he came off of that? Was he limping when he came across the line? I thought it looked like he limped a little bit.
Well, I hope not. Legs might feel heavy. He just sprinted 800 meters.
Well, I saw other people like doing the little Bambi walk, but he looked like I thought, I mean, this was kind of like from one of the wide shots, so it was hard to tell, but it looked like a limp. I don't know.
I hope not. I don't want him to be like, I'm just this bad because I'm hurt. You know what I mean?
How many events are left? Two. How many guys do they take? 11?
9.
9 for the men.
Oh, Nelly. Man, Justin wants to play that
And
game,
notice
huh?
he's fine.
No, he's fine. He's got a 30-point cushion, 30 plus, 35.
Here's the thing. You say he's fine, but he just took 24th in a workout. We would have never imagined him to take 24th in, correct?
Yeah, but there's also a lot of things that could happen in that one too. I mean, you one little stumble somewhere, you don't start the runner as fast as someone else. I mean, someone gets ahead. You're talking like seconds, hundreds of seconds. So I mean, there's a possibility of a lot of things coming in there. Whereas like the next two events, I think that there are places he can move. Yeah, he should do. Even if he's not in his best, he should be able to handle himself with the rest of the field.
Yeah, look at, and that's a good point to show what Bill's saying. Slap me around a little bit. There's a great look right there. Nick Matthews only beat him by 5 seconds, but it's 12 places.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying. And then look at Samuel Quant beat him only by 10 seconds, and it's 19 places.
Yeah, but how much did Vellner beat him by? Almost 30 seconds. That's in a 3-minute workout to beat you by 25 seconds. That's a big dick move.
Hey, and that's all in an 800-meter race?
Well, with 8 snatches.
Well, the snatches too.
But what I'm saying is they all get on the runner at the same time, right?
Essentially,
5 seconds?
Yeah.
Vellner's kicking ass, huh? A 15th, a third, a third, a sixth, and a first.
Dude, he's
crushing.
And I mean, these next two aren't going to hurt him either. Like
no, not even close. Well, look at that spread between him and Brent and then Cole. I mean, we had the whole day left, and those guys are like 50 points ahead.
And after the gymnastics event,
come on,
I think he's going to have a good gap on Brent. And then, like, I think he's going to win this easy. And so, like, I looked at how Adler did, because Adler seemed like he kind of won easily, and Hopper, we were really, really impressed with him the same way we're impressed with Fikowski. Vellner has beaten Adler on every single event except the first event. And he blew up on that event.
Which I think that's pretty fucking cool.
I wonder,
that is baller right there for him.
If let's say with these workouts with the other way around, we haven't talked about Pat much this weekend. But if he would have came out with a first, a sixth, a third, we'd probably be talking about him a lot. And then a 15th. Isn't it interesting the way that plays out? He comes out on a 15th and he just didn't get the love.
Well, Fikowski was in first place after day one. And that's why he got all the love. Vellner was like 5th after day one.
I would have thought after seeing these 2 second places, Fikowski would have been in first place. But Vellner's got him by 13 points.
26th place.
I mean, he's had a third, sixth, first.
And the last show we did, and the last show we did, Cole Grayshaber was in first.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
And now he's 50 points out of first. Crazy how fast that happens.
And Cole will be fine, but I feel like he's probably going to drop from here too. I still think Medeiros can get third.
Well, look at that. Look how close 3, 4, 5, 6 is.
Yeah. And what's funny is Medeiros, there's a 30-point jump down there. Honestly, he could win 6 and 7. Medeiros could. I still think he's got a shot to be on the podium here. But 5 through 3
look at that.
Are separated by 3 points.
3 points. Give me a fucking break.
379, 378, 376. So there's basically a 3-way tie for third place.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then what about only 7 points behind?
And Nick Matthews going to have a good 2 events also, right?
Yeah, he's good at.
I think on 6.
He's good at the skill stuff, and that's what 6 is.
And 7, he can handle himself with a sandbag.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I don't think he's going to dominate event 6, though. I wouldn't pick him to beat Pat or Brent or Justin in that event. He'll be fine.
No, he'll be good. He'll have a good score in it, though. Yeah,
I don't think he'll be top tier. Yeah, but event 6, he could be. He should do very well on event 6.
Scroll down a little bit, please.
Notice whose name we don't see right now.
John Wood.
Colton Mertens.
Oi. Okay, 291. Colton Mertens with 291, and he's 5 points and 2 places out of going.
So notice there's a 30-point drop off between Justin and Jack. I think the tops, and there's like a 30 or 20 point up to number 6. I think the top 7 are solidified right now. Their names might jumble, but anybody in the top 7, I don't think is dropping out of the top 7. So 8 through 12. I think those 5 guys are going to fight for the last 2 spots, 8 and 9.
And Cole's going to do pretty well at those.
You can't count Sager out. I was tempted to say 8 through 11, and then I looked who the 12th guy was. And Cole Sager has pulled a rabbit out of his butt so many times that you just can't leave him out. I know Mertens will crush event 6.
He will.
But I don't know how the other guys are going to be.
Can you pull up event 6 for us, Mr. Beaver? C Hill, event 6 is Colton's chance. What is that in your avatar? Is that Chucky at the beach? Like just did a fresh kill. Before we look at this, what the fuck is your name? Come inside. Here's what's crazy. We're going into day 3. And if Justin somehow had a big mistake tomorrow, he could totally miss out on the games. I know that's what I'm thinking. I'm tripping.
He's not going to.
I'm tripping.
Even if he does, if he stays middle of the pack, he's got enough of a cushion, I think, to stay above that top 9.
Because they would have to beat everybody in the top 7 too. You have to think about that. They would have to win event 7 or win event 6. And I don't think any of those guys are winning both of those events. There's only so many points to play with, and Justin's got a 30-point gap on the next guy.
I have the same sentiment as Dan T here. I feel like Roman didn't get this much questioning when he didn't finish on the podium last week. I think he's referencing we're more concerned about Medeiros than we are about Roman.
Champ. That's why
Roman didn't win the games.
But that's what I mean. We should feel more secure about Medeiros. Hey, it's no problem. But
Roman also was in 7th. He was 3rd for most of the competition, and then ended up 4th because Allen won the 7th event.
I think this is well. Let me ask you this: 7. Let's say there were 15 events. Let's say there were another 7 events.
Mm-hmm.
Would you feel very confident about
Justin? For what placement?
For first.
No.
But if we're at the CrossFit Games, no. If this is the CrossFit Games.
I wish this was the CrossFit Games because I think Vellner would finally freaking do it, and it's not going to be. It's going to go so opposite. Justin's going to be fine, and Vellner will swim, and then it'll be over. But you know what I mean? No. But if there's 7 more events, I don't think Justin would win. No.
Oh, okay, let's pull up event 6 and walk this through. Everyone close your eyes and listen. This is our take on how Colton Mertens is going to do on event 6 tomorrow. 20 overhead squats with 185.
Awesome.
3 handstand walk pirouettes.
He's good.
2 seated legless rope climbs.
Not good.
Right.
Talk to me. Like failure not good?
No, he's just going to be slower than everybody. Like if I was Colton, I'd be very smart with the 2 legless rope climbs. No, I'm one of the only guys who can do the 20 handstand push-ups unbroken, and then be very smart with the last 2 legless rope climbs. If he just runs his race, he might not win the event, but he should be top 5. If he gets in a race and you know what I mean, that he could get baited for sure. That happened to Sam Cornway last week. Sam Cornway is one of the very good at gymnastics, one of the best in the field, and he got a no rep on his 4th rope climb and ended up 15th in that event.
And that's what he cannot have. It would be
Mertens.
So much better, for Colton to hang out for 30 seconds and make sure you're going to get it, because if you get a no rep on the rope, done.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who it is. You get a no rep, you're done. Who was the girl that missed the one thing, started back down, and started climb back up again to finish it up? Alexis, badass. Unless you're going to do something like that.
And he's capable of getting through them. He just has to be smart. It's not for lack of ability. He
can't make a mental error at the bottom or anything.
Right.
Into doing them faster than he wants to.
Or have something stupid happen, where his feet touch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on the way down, you know, got to get your feet up in the air so your butt touches, like all those little things.
I wish we could hear the briefing. Okay. 2-seated legless rope climbs, and then 20 strict chest to bar wall handstand push-ups.
That will be the fastest. Yeah, that'll be the fastest rebounding off the ground. Done.
He could even get a dozen no reps.
Yeah, I wonder if he can put his hands wide enough in that square to where his head's just touching the ground, and they just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
it's just
6.
as fast as the guy can count. And then why do we have to go back to 2-seated legless rope climbs when that's the one that scares you? So he has to do 2. He's capable, but he's slow. So he's going to do those 2, maybe lose ground on some guys, then get it back on the handstand push-ups, and then back to the 2-seated legless rope climbs. And Vellner's going to kick ass at this too, right?
Yeah. So Vellner and Medeiros both are going to be amazing on everything except the handstand push-ups. Both of them are going to have to break that up probably 2 to 3 times. So like, yeah, they're going to get it. Vellner and Medeiros are going to get ahead of everybody. And then Mertens is going to just obliterate them in the handstand push-up. Probably Tetlow too. And then they're going to catch back up on their other legless rope climbs. And then it will be a race to see who can finish 20 overhead squats first.
Oh, shit. Here we go. I'm risking...
Don't do that, Sidney.
I'm risking it all, unbroken or die.
Is that the real Colton? I don't think he has a dog in his avatar.
No, it is. He's peddling puppies these days. He's peddling wiener dogs. Damn,
dude, roll the dice. Fuck yeah.
Damn.
No, don't be smart in this workout. What are you saying? I want you to go to the game.
I want him in.
Okay, let's keep going. Colton, go do something. We're talking about you. Go somewhere else. Okay, the 3 handstand walk parrots. He can do those. He's gonna look good on those. He's good upside down.
He's fine.
And then this 500-meter row.
It's not long enough to really mean anything.
And nobody's sprinting it either because you have that 20 overhead squats at the end of it.
And then these 20 overhead squats, which you have to do 10 and 10, right? You have to do 10 and then do 10.
Yes, it's 2 different barbells.
Okay, and will he do those unbroken?
Yeah. I think he's probably the best overhead squatter in the whole field when it comes to reps with the weight. Go back to Rogue, either 2020 or 2021. I think it was the online one. It was 21-15-9 deadlifts and overhead squats. He beat everybody by almost 2 minutes. It was amazing. And Vellner was second. And Vellner's like, there's no catching that guy.
Well, there's no way. No way.
Yeah.
Like the range of motion on each one of those reps. I mean, but he has the power.
And he's solid overhead. He's not shaky.
There's no wobble. There's no wobble. So he can rapid fire those.
If him and even Medeiros get there at the same time, I think Colton will win.
Okay. Now I'm going to give you some names, guys, okay? And you tell me if Colton can beat these guys at this workout. Jonathan Wood.
I mean, I think Colton can beat all of the guys you're about to say, and I don't even know their ability on this workout.
Mitchell Stevenson. Jack Rosema?
Yeah, all the guys in the bubble, I think he'll beat.
What about the champ? Can he beat the champ at this?
I think that'll be the race. I think him, Vellner.
Can he beat Chandler Smith?
Justin. Yeah.
Okay, so this next workout, Colton's got to get some points because
he needs points because the last one
because of that run.
No, the bike.
The bike and the bag, carrying that bag.
Oh shit, you're right. Although there was something at Rogue that he did well, but he was slower than the other guys. I think it was some sort of like Husafel bag carry or something.
He can carry the bag fine. It's just
he's not going to
bike as fast.
Well, he won't bike as fast compared to the field at all. He doesn't have the leverage with it.
And he might have to take extra time to get a hold of it. It's just there's just places where he's going to lose time.
Right.
Kobe Bryant, is it heats of 10? Because if so, Colton won't be in the last heat, so he may have to risk it because he won't know where those guys are. Shit. Hi, Heidi.
Do we know? Did they reseed them for the very last test last week? You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that was in was not in the top 10, but they got in the top 10 after the gymnastics event? Did they reseed them?
Shit, I hope so. It's the final.
Hey, let me throw this out there. If he does go in that second 10, there's 2 dudes in there that are going to push him like a mofo. Cole Sager and Tetlo's going to fucking go balls to the wall.
Actually, Cole will be a good rabbit for him. That'll be a good pace horse for Colton.
For 7 or 6?
6.
For 6.
All right.
7 is going to be a weird one for him because like he should theoretically be one of the only guys that can go unbroken on the toes bar.
Hey, how's Tetlow at all those things? Can Tetlow go? Oh, really? You think Colton can go unbroken on those toes to bar?
Yeah. He was the only one who went unbroken on the chest to bar in the Granite Games. Those type of gymnastics, he's amazing.
185 pounds. That's a lot of fucking meat to be dangling off the bar for 20 reps twice.
I think he was one of the first ones off of the toes to bar at the games workout where they had to do 75 and then bike and then 75 pull-ups and bike. I think he was one of the first ones. I think it was him and Ricky.
How did Colton do on that bike event? Can he even ride a bike?
Not very good.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Is Tetlow, any chance Tetlow sitting in 17th? Any chance he makes it?
So I think honestly, these next 2 events, I think should go very similar to Colton, but he's too far outside.
He's too far down.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Mr. Davis?
No. We're past the best part of his week.
Hey,
and he got 15th.
You have a guy like Fikowski's who's like, I'm at home and I put 390 on a sled because I just wanted to experience the frustration of when you pull on it and it doesn't move and like what I would do. And I'm like, fuck, this guy's meticulous. Then you have a guy like Anthony Davis has 20 seconds left and is fiddling around with weights and misses his last lift because he's fiddling around with weights because he didn't
attempt it.
What?
He didn't attempt his last lift.
No, because he ran out of time because he was fiddling with the weights. It's the exact opposite of Fikowski, right? Anthony Davis almost seems like a guy like he's not even preparing for the comp. He's just at home getting as fit as he can and showing up. Right? I mean, that's just a crazy error he made, right?
Yeah. Well, he's a home run hitter. He was looking for the big lift. And he was just swinging. Like there wasn't a strategy other than I'm just going to load it up and go. I mean, there wasn't even when he missed it, it's kind of like, I mean, you know that there was a young kid that just threw up more than you did, and you're just, I mean, I think he just kind of punked it.
But yeah,
I
didn't think he was going to like make his shot, but it was like, oh well, I might as well just have some fun.
I think somebody actually snatching close to him probably threw him for a loop. Yeah. Because I think Tudor hitting 325 is insane.
Dude, that was sick.
And then, for Anthony, 330 is right up there with the best he's ever done. Like, yes, he's capable, but like I have to perform my best to win this event. He's probably not used to that because his 90% is the usually can win, right? I mean, that's probably a different experience altogether. I honestly am very impressed with how he did it on event 5.
Who are you talking about?
Justin.
Who are you talking about?
Davis. He beat Justin at an 800 meter.
I know, that was weird. I wasn't expecting him to come off the runner that fast.
Yeah, I thought he did
not expecting
really, really good at that event.
Maybe he was really mad that he missed his one rep mat snatch.
Hey, what's going on with Ellie? Is Ellie wounded? Can we just take a look at that leaderboard over at Torian? Did something happen to her? Have they done anything since last time we've looked at it?
They go at night, so they're probably getting ready to start their last day.
Ellie okay, she's still in first. Okay. Scroll over. I want to see how she done that last workout. There was just some chatter in the chat about her being wounded. Okay. She seems to be doing amazing.
She's crushing.
Yeah. All right. Anthony TPA, if Sevan uses... Oh, here we go. Here we go. If someone uses Bill's face for the Sevan Podcast picture, I don't want to read the rest of this. On the upcoming show's videos, the show will guarantee to exceed 100,000 subscribers.
I do what I can for you, man. I do what I can for you.
Thank you. Shit. and thank you for the you pay for the marketing advice. What's TPA stand for? What does that stand for? Total prick asshole.
You know what's crazy?
What
is I don't think we're gonna have a big snatcher that makes the games because Anthony's not making it. Guy is 29 points out from making it, and Tudor's not gonna make it. I mean, as far as the max out event, we're gonna have it's not gonna be like this guy's gonna win. We're gonna have like 7 guys who could win.
John's gonna be laughing at the weight that everyone throws on. It's like, I can do that. I did that yesterday.
I can't. I don't think I could run an 800 meter in 256 without the snatches. So there's.
Hey, but I think in South America you can get 7th through 10th and still make it to the games because 5 or 6 people are gonna pop.
I knew that was coming.
Heidi is drunk, bored, and in a tube top. Fair. Send photos. Okay. Oh, to see Hill, Danny Spiegel not making it. Okay, let's get over there. Let's go see. She's got to make it. What are you talking about? What are we going to talk about?
No, Hannah Black has surpassed her as the powerhouse woman that makes it.
Dude, Hannah Black, dude, that lift. Come on.
She's been murdering the whole weekend, too.
Yeah,
I know she didn't do great on event 5, but if you look at her placements, dude, like she's killing it.
Dude, David's daughter's in 2nd. Who's in first? Who's in first?
Ariel.
This fucking bitch is gonna win.
Catherine's 1 point away from first.
Dude, that's insane.
If Catherine won, oh man, Barnhart won and then Catherine won. No, Barnhart didn't win. I'm sorry.
This bitch is gonna win. She's gonna win the games. Sevan, you can't call her a bitch. Yes, I can. I trust me. We're good. Me and her are good. We're good like that. I call it. Me and her Catherine are tight.
Ariel will blow by her on the next 2 events.
Come inside me. Jake Douglas at Torian is so jacked. No homo. It's fine. Your name's Come Inside Me. So you can be all the homo you want. But maybe a little. Okay, fine. I've not seen someone in CrossFit be such a unit. Yeah, he's a brick shit house.
Totally.
Can't wait till Hiller talks about him. Ben Lett. Australian $2. Marry, fuck, kill Vellner, Fikowski, Colton. Kill Fikowski.
Okay.
That was easy. I'd marry Colton. Fuck Vellner. That's the.
You wouldn't marry Fikowski? I feel like he's the most secure.
Like he's the breadwinner.
You know what I mean? Like
I just want to raise.
Sure
I would just raise dogs. I'll raise dogs with fucking Colton.
Colton, you're getting. You're about to work.
Colton, Sevan, and Scott Tetlow walk into a bar. They all get ID'd and told to leave.
Hey, you're the tallest person in that room, Sevan.
Heidi Kroom. Oh, Heidi, get off your fucking high horse. I've been saying Catherine's gonna win. Check transcripts. All right.
She needs to not blow up in event 6.
Okay, let's do event 6. Catherine versus Ariel. Bring up the workout, please. Imagine Catherine and Ariel are side by side, gentlemen. And I'll keep a tally here. Let's figure out who's going to win that workout. 20 overhead squats. Who comes off first?
Tie.
Bill, you happy with a tie there?
That first set. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to go out.
Dude, come on, Bill. It's
sure. Sure.
Hanny beat Dana without crumble cookie and eyelashes. God, Hannah, speaking of unit, Hannah's it's like 5 women in one. She's something spectacular. Okay, 20 overhead squats, tie. This is Ariel versus Catherine, David's daughter. 500 meter row.
Same.
Tie.
3 handstand walk pirouettes.
Catherine.
Okay. Point Catherine. 2 seated legless rope climbs.
Ariel.
Okay. Point Ariel. 20 strict chest to wall handstand push-ups.
It's irrelevant because Ariel will be so far ahead at this point that like after that it will just grow.
Oh, so it's a crash and burn for Katrin at the 2-seated?
Yeah.
Bill?
I
versus
think
Ariel.
Between those two, yeah, Ariel's gonna make a jump on the ropes.
Okay, then back to the 2-seated legless rope climbs. Ariel again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's 2 points for Ariel. 3 handstand walk pirouettes.
Katrin will do great on them, but she'll be behind on that.
Can we give Katrin a point for that? Should be.
I don't know what kind of tally game this is.
It's just a generic tally. It's tied.
Ariel
2-2.
Ariel will dominate Katrin in this workout. It won't be close between those two
because of those legless rope climbs.
Yeah.
All right. We'll bring up the leaderboard, please. Anyone disagree? Anyone like, no, you guys are fucking crazy. What's this mean? Katrin will kill this workout less the single leg
rope climbs.
Oh,
take the rope climbs out.
Yeah. Sure.
Will Brandstetter, John, thanks for ruining the tally game. Thank you. I am writing them down. Carla, I am. Look at Carla, I am. I'm writing it down. What about this? Elbow might be bad for the rope climbs. Fair. Poor Hunter.
Well, it was fine on the snatches. I think it'll be fine on the rope climbs.
Yeah, I haven't seen an issue with the elbow yet.
A training question from Mason Mitchell. Always the probing questions from Mason. So Matt Fraser and HWPO didn't have her train legless? Question mark.
He could have, but it's just not she's just not as good as Ariel is on those.
You don't.
And it's a different one. It's that seated up and down. That's a whole different ball game.
Does Katrin beat Gazan in that workout?
Ooh, I don't think so.
No.
Kohlenbrander?
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Shadburn?
No.
Okay, so you're saying this is just a blip on the radar. Just Katrin got launched up and she'll be going back down to 5th or 6th.
I mean, she's got a nice little cushion there, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think she'll be.
Bill, please, not on this show. We'll talk about her cushion. Her nice little cushion offline.
I think she'll be 2nd or 3rd after this workout.
I don't mean to be superficial, but she looks like she's in championship shape. She looks as good as I've ever seen her.
She looks great.
She looks amazing. I was not expecting her to come out firing the way she's firing. I thought she'd be sitting down at like 6, 7, 8.
Let's go back to workout 2 for a second. Let's look at Miss David's daughter a little bit more. Let's go back to workout 2. 23rd place. What was the workout?
The ring muscle up workout.
Okay.
And that one's the most indicative of how this workout will go.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. And can you put them in order of the second workout? So, thank you. So Alex, Ariel,
the 2
Bethany,
girls that we're talking about,
Christine Kohlenbrander. Oh shit! So let's keep going down. I want to see all the people who she needs to. That's 4. Christine Kohlenbrander. Keep going.
Shadburn is also going to be very good, and she's right there. I know.
Yeah. Oh, Kelly Baker. Hey, where's Kelly Baker at right now? What place is she in? 8th. Holy shit. Is she going to the games? Let's put them back in order by rank. Is she going?
She did. I think she was the highest mover on that 2 combo. She was 16th before that, and now she's 8th.
Good job, John. Look at you carrying. Even though Tyler and Spin aren't here, you're fucking.
And Olivia and Hannah are tied. That's cool.
I'm really bummed Mikulishin's not going to make it. I really wanted her to go. I just saw her down there at 18th. That sucks. She's a powerhouse. She's crazy capable.
So this next workout is going to be interesting because so many people in the top 15 are not going to do well.
How's Lauren Fisher going to do?
I think she'll be all right.
She should do okay in this, I think.
Yeah.
All righty. And then let's talk about that last workout a little bit. The last workout is the Echo Bike, toes to bar, sandbag carry. Was that's a 3 rounds of that?
Yeah.
Between Katrin and Ariel?
That's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably say
I would say Katrin.
Yeah, I mean I think they'll be very close though. That's like picking between Hopper and Roman.
Is Christine Kohlenbrander HWPO? I'm assuming her husband programs for that monster, doesn't she? She's married to that monster dude, Jared, right?
Jared Stevens.
Yeah.
They're in Missouri.
Yeah. I think he does. Jared's been around a long time.
Did you ever work out against him, Bill? Did you ever compete against him?
Yeah, we used to do remember Forged, that company Forged?
Yeah.
So we were both athletes for them, like way back. That's where we met, like way back in the day.
They had the crazy kettlebells.
Eventually they did, yeah. The guys that did that, one of them split off and then did the kettlebells. But Forge was the original sponsor for the CrossFit Games. Like when you got stuff, you got Forge shorts, yeah.
Oh shit! What year is that?
2008, 2007, 2008.
Oh, they're still around. Those guys were SEALs, right?
Yeah.
One of the guys was a giant jack dude, right?
He was a super tall guy. He was the one that did all the kettlebell stuff. I think he went to
not that guy.
Freeze Sleeves. I think he went to that company eventually. No, I think Mike was the guy. He's the main guy now with Forge.
So they're still around. Go to their store. I want to see what they sell. Do they actually sell shit?
Yeah, shirts and stuff and like that. That they get that Trident stuff. But so me and Jared, we were athletes for these guys.
Doesn't that seem? You can't do that. You can't wear a mask with a Trident on it.
old website maybe.
Do they sell? A bunch of pussies. Do they sell shorts where you can tuck your penis too with a Trident on it?
Tuck friendly.
Tuck friendly Trident shorts. Jesus criminy. I just see sellout. My God, throw your Carhartt shit away. Anthony TPA, did Mal sit out this year because of Katrin? No, come on. What does that even mean?
No.
Well, that makes me feel better that you think Bill's more handsome than me. You say dumb shit like that. Thanks. I happily take your $2, Anthony. Anthony, you've been drinking. Wolverine, let's go. Did you see the newest thing about Wolverine, Bill?
Which one?
Oh man, buddy. I hate to break this to you. This is kind of a weird thing for you and Hiller. You haven't seen this let's see if I can find it. This is I saw this yesterday and I was tripping. I saw this last night. And I pulled up a bunch of other pictures of Wolverine. And this is
pretty insane.
Once I show you this, you're never going to be able to unsee it. Wolverine is actually Batman kissing himself.
Oh, I did hear about that.
You see that shit? Even Anthony Davis is tripping. Look at him.
Oh man,
you see it, right? And I pulled up a bunch of other pictures of Wolverine, and it's like, yep, it's that. Yep, that just took a shortcut to making a superhero. Just had.
You know what's crazy? I didn't realize, like, me and Hiller, swimmer and wrestler, like that's what I did. That was my whole deal.
Swimming and wrestling.
Yeah, I mean wrestling. I mean, started both at like 5 years old and did both all the way through.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You did water polo?
No, we didn't have that in Arizona.
If John can't handle commentating for the weekend of semis, he definitely ain't gonna make it in competing in semis one day. Sorry. Why did he not do some shows? Did he?
I think they were saying I look tired.
Oh. Dude, everyone's tired. I feel for John. All right. Do we want to let's take a quick look at the teams. Is Jorge Fernandez's injury anything significant? It sounds like something happened to his hammy. Let's scroll. How many events do they have left? Are they going right now? Are the teams going right now?
Yeah, there should be one going right now.
So so they finished today. So he's good. No matter what, as long as they don't DNF or get just, I guess, DQ, they should be fine.
They're fine.
Sounds like he had an old hamstring injury that just kind of flared up before they started doing the clean and jerks or the clean.
He just has to go out there and wobble around a little bit.
Pretty much.
I guess he could get pulled.
I feel like Corone tried to do that.
Yeah, I feel like he could get pulled.
if they're going to continue that trend, then
yes.
Mason Mitchell, John, let me coach you. Isn't Fikowski's coach your coach?
One of Fikowski's old coaches.
Don't run John off. Need a punching bag. He's not terrible. 2 compliments, one put down. 2 compliments, one. Every show needs a good scapegoat. All right. I think that wraps it up. I think we come on tomorrow morning just fired up. Is there any stone unturned?
looks like Guy might not make it.
Okay, let's go take a peek over there. Oh, by the way, like we said earlier today, CEO shirts are available at the Paper Street Coffee booth, or is it the OG booth, the Sherpa Works booth? I don't know, but wherever they are available, and I think that he's giving them away free there, which is crazy, kind of pissing me off. But Jason Kaliba sent me a video of him wearing one. We did see Haley Adams at the event ringside. That was pretty cool seeing her. She looked a little embarrassed. She was there with Noah. And one of the athletes, one of the females, I guess, walked up. Oh, did Kelly Clark pull out? I saw her name placard, but I didn't see her doing snatches. And then I also saw a young lady with the last name of Madison. They were saying walked off injured. Maybe I can see who that is again. Yeah. Here we go. Madison McElney.
Maxon McElhaney.
Yeah, it looks like, I'll send you a picture here, Caleb. It looks like fire department's there and her arm is in a sling. I just sent it to you in a text. There she is. That's not good, right?
Oh, that's
we want to
shitty.
talk about oh shoot.
That's not cool.
No.
You never want to see a fire truck, right, Bill?
No. Well, fire truck one thing, but body wrapped up, the arm wrapped to the body. That's what I'm a little bit more worried
Just to
about.
clarify, Sevan, you're doing great. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you, Heidi.
Appreciate it.
You want to talk about Bailey Rail?
I'd love to.
Because she's hurting. And not like Kelly.
In terms of her score, just shit the bed.
Mm-hmm. I think she's done. I don't think she's gonna make it.
Okay, let's take a quick peep at her, and then I like her, and then let's go over to Copa Sur. You're right, and see what happens. Will that be huge if Guy doesn't make it?
I don't think Guy or Augustine is gonna make it. I know everybody's hyped on Guy, but those two have been the 2 guys from South America for the last 4 years. As long as Guy's been making it.
There was some talk that it sounded like Guy wasn't having fun, right? And then there was that interview with him on the Mayhem, one of the Mayhem videos where he said the pressure's a lot, and he said he wasn't training much. Okay, where are we? Bailey Rail, 21st place, 236 points. We were saying basically you need 500 points in order to make it, to be in contention. Is that true? Scroll back up to 9th place. Let's see what 9th place has. 9th place should have 400 points. Let's see. 9th place.
313.
Oh, sorry. Not 400. Oh, yeah. No, not 400. How can that be? Were we saying that you needed 500 points to make it to the games? Was
2
that the
events
number
left.
with the magic number?
Yeah, but he's saying they should have more than. I mean, Emily's not gonna win and then get 3rd place.
But she's also not going. She's also not going to get 90 and 100
and still be 9th place. That's just how it shook out in the East. It could be lower. We were just, I think Tyler Spin said that he just took what 10th place was in the East, and that was around 500.
I'm gonna go back there and look and see.
Just the points are distributed a lot more throughout these people than they were in the East. With the East, the top 10 girls were stealing every point. So more specialists.
Paige Semenza made it in 11th place with 386, and Shelby Neal made it with 397 in 9th place. Okay, so
maybe it was the guys that they were talking about,
or we were off by Hanji. Oh no, you're right. It was the guys. 9th place is 507 for the guys. Alex Vigneault. Damn, James Sprague. Oh, they took 12 from the East.
Yeah.
God, and Spencer Panchik. Holy shit. So okay, back to Bailey Rail, Mayhem athlete, toast. Shocked? Anyone?
I mean, she made the games the last 2 years, so I mean, it's a pretty big deal. Yeah.
I mean, those finishes are just ooh.
I gotta say though,
painful.
goodness, Bill.
Well, I mean, it is like you expect when you have an expectation that like not that she's going to be winning all the events, but like 37,
like
24, 26, yeah,
you
know, and those weren't that.
yeah. I thought she would do really good on event 5, and she didn't.
I mean,
hey, listen, would you say event 2 is the most cross? Oh, except for that ruck. I was gonna say, yeah. Is there anything in here that you would just say is just straight up like you feel like, yeah, that's a good old CrossFit workout? That's a main site. That's something you'd see on main site.
Event 7.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's probably the only one.
You think Bailey Rail is going to do well at that?
She should, yeah. I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point that you're making. I see.
Because they do CrossFit over there at Mayhem.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. I know I'm being I know I'm being cheeky by saying that, but bear with me. They do CrossFit over there, right?
No, I mean, Linda's a good. It's.
Well,
okay.
Shit. Okay, if you want to
Linda's
go
a
.com,
good
that's
CrossFit-y
Linda.
workout. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
It's strength biased, but it's solid as far as different domains, different modalities.
There has been all through the open, the quarters, and obviously the semis, the program it's coming out different. It just is different, and you know, not to say that it's not quote unquote CrossFit, but I mean, there's a lot of different stuff, I think, and so that is definitely that's twisting. I mean, your good athletes are going to do good; they're going to do fine, but still, it changes the landscape for a lot of athletes.
And
you know, it's interesting. Go ahead.
Event 1 is pretty CrossFit-y. I mean, you have aerobic endurance and then doing work. You know, that's kind of a grind. It's not like thrusters and burpees, but that's like OG CrossFit.
No, I like that. I don't like the sled material
being wide. that shouldn't be the difference maker.
Right. No, 100%. I like that event. Actually, I really like that event a lot. Man, that was a mistake not to show that event. I think a lot of people would have really liked to have seen that, not on like the bootleg broadcast, but like to actually put it out so people could see it.
This is brutal. Anthony, Rich is taking barn keys away from Bailey.
Ooh.
And Tyler.
I mean, they've been away from Tyler his whole life.
I wonder how that is for a couple like that, like Bailey and Tyler Christoffel, to both not make it, have committed so much of their life to it.
I mean, this is the first time for Bailey.
Yolana, Jenny, and Sevi, make sure to watch the Day 2 Torian Pro Polynesian dance when you're on the assault bike later. 7 hours and 41 minutes into the stream. Really?
You want to watch it?
What? Say it again?
You want to watch it?
Yeah, maybe pull up a second of it. This is the third person I've seen talk about it. I don't even think Yolana is Australian. Oh, no, she is. That's Australian money. Really? Was it that good? Don't you guys see that at every fucking event you go to? Doesn't that shit get old? Whenever I see that, I'm like, these poor fucking New Zealanders, they have to deal with this fucking weird shit every time. Voodoo shit. Let me see this. Okay, I'll go back and look at it.
They started doing like muscle ups and shit. It's kind of
They did?
Yeah.
So one of the funniest like videos I've ever seen is when New Zealand played USA in men's basketball, and they did one of those dances things that they do, and they got all up in their face, and the USA basketball players were just like, bro, Like
you want to fight, motherfucker?
And like they did it before the game, right before it was about to start, and like tried to like intimidate them hard. And I mean, it was just the onslaught that was coming. It was so funny.
I'd like to see that. Sir trolls a lot. Bill looks like blue collar Sevan, and Sevan looks like white collar Bill. I'll take it. Take it. No more. Don't talk about us anymore. I'll take it. Let's leave on a good note. I don't know if that's a good note, actually. Okay. Let's go over to where were we going to go? Oh, Copisur and Seaport. Check out what the fuck's going on with Guy. Kaike Cerveni and his girlfriend dominating the event. Actually, not dominating.
No, her not so much.
Her not so much.
Yeah.
And then all the way down in where is Guy? Oh, third. Oh, okay.
6.
Okay, yeah. I was looking down low. All right. Hey, what's up? He got it. He's good.
Only take 2 spots.
No, he's not.
40 points.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 people go, and he's 39 points out. And the problem is that nobody else is better than those 2 people. Guy could win these as long as Kaike and Callion get like 5th. Guy's not going.
What place have these guys been getting? Have any of these guys dropped out of the top 5?
No.
2, 3, 2, 6, 4, 1, 2, 3. Not good.
6 was the ring
that's
muscle
that weird
event.
workout. Yep.
Yep.
Caller, hi. Oh, you got to call back. I don't know why my phone does that. Every show it has to be reset. Sorry. And you did have a pretty scary voice. What the fuck was going on with that?
Oh, so, good, Tiago. Tiago has a good information that we've been misrepresenting the whole weekend.
Which is what?
You want to pull the comment up? It says Andrea has a husband. That's the girl who's been killing it.
Yeah.
Kaike is single. They're not related at all. They just train under the same training program.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. So because they got a lot of pictures together where it looked like where they're intimate. I apologize for the misinformation. It wouldn't be the first time we've done that. No device connected. Bluetooth. Home. Settings. Oh, here we go. Hold on, caller. Hold on. I'm gonna let your scary ass.
Do you think Olivia makes it? Can you pull up the girls' leaderboard?
Kerstetter?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's kicking ass, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just look where she's at, though. It's touchier than you think.
Hold on, caller. We got you. So
caller. The top 10 go, right? For the women?
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Hold on one second. Caller, go ahead with your scary ass.
Well, I was just seeing if
you're not scary
John
at all.
has his nipples.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just seeing if John has his nipples pierced.
Oh, great question. Great question. Thank you.
I do not. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Me and Daniel.
It's very disappointing. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you very
all
much.
All that work to get in.
Is that
to
your
ask
mom
if
calling, John?
No, my mom would never ask that question.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you. Fuck. That's great.
Was that Heidi?
I don't know who that is, but that's refreshing because
Heidi's been talking about nipples this whole time.
Yeah,
that's a Wisconsin accent right there.
That was a great question. I like that. Okay. Okay. Ms. Kerstetter. Cutting into my tennis time, Olivia. 328. This is scroll the other way a little bit.
So
if you look 5 and 4, scroll down. So she's basically in a 3-way tie for 5th place.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of the events that are to come. Okay, and Hannah and Olivia both I do not think are going to be very good at event 6. I know if those legless rope climbs are going to be hard for Katrin, they're going to be really hard for those 2 girls. And if you look down at 10th place, they're only 24 points out.
Yeah,
that's 6 places, 7 places, 8. I guess it'd be 8 because they go by 3, right? The leaderboard goes by 3s.
Yeah, but what girls below them are going to get in between them and the girls above. Like I could see like Lauren Fisher, I could see in there. I don't think
Kelly
Danny's going
Baker,
to do in there.
Kelly Baker, Emily White. You know, Emily White just won the event 5, right? If she's a really good runner, I imagine she's probably okay at legless rope climbs.
She looked like
she'll be one of the lighter. She'll be she's shit, dude. She threw up 200 pounds. Like she
looks like she's going to be good at event 7. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Can you scroll down a little bit?
Jeff Sullivan, hot take. Mal and Haley decided they don't do stress of Indy and go team with Noah. All right. Thank you, Jeff.
You know, Stacy Leram, Abigail Domit, Chloe Wilson. Like it just takes. I mean, Emily Rolfe. Wow, I didn't see her that far down.
Yeah. Dude,
Wow,
that 41st.
Goodness gracious, Emily.
Look at her score: 2nd, 30th, 19th, 41st, 3rd.
How many times has she been to the games?
3, 4.
A good amount
3,
of times.
4.
Dude, she's gonna bring it.
Dude, so like
these should be good events for her.
Event 7, she could win that event. She's one of the greatest. She's toes to bar.
Toes to bar,
her best thing, especially fast toes to bar. And she's gonna be fine on the bike, and she's long. She'll be good in the. I actually think she's a great pick to win event 7. So she could Cole Sager her way in.
Yeah.
But if you look, like it just takes a couple girls to be pretty good at legless rope climbs and Olivia or Hannah to be trash for them to be out. Like they're not shoo-ins. It's way touchier than you think. I know they've performed great, but if you look, their point discrepancy between these places are not very much.
Yeah, between Danny Spiegel in 14th and getting in at 9th place where Emily White is what is less than 30 points, 28 points.
Well, and then all the way up to like 5th place is only 15 more points.
Can we see up to 5th place? Goodwill Racing 1999, as promised. Heidi made my night. Wow, she promised you that. Mr. Spin tried to say Fikowski wouldn't make the games 2 days ago. Okay, a therapist doesn't rub shit in people's faces. You're not a real therapist, are you?
So if you look, Bethany Shadburn's at 331. Now I think Bethany's going to kill the next event. So I'm just going to go past her because I think she's going to be fine. 328, Hannah Black. So 6th place all the way down to 14th place are separated by less than 50 points in a gymnastics event where people can get 45th place coming up. Like 6th through 14th, we can see a whole lot of shake and only the top 10 go.
What surgery did Rolf have?
The blood clot.
That was her hand.
Oh, yeah, the clotting. From the
jib jab.
No,
the 49ers game.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a 49ers game. They decided it was something else. It was from acupuncture or something.
Oh yeah, correct.
How did Olivia do in the quarterfinal rope climb event?
The last one.
Yeah. Pull that up.
Let me effort it.
Where was that, at quarterfinals?
Yeah.
Going deep.
Like that. Well, that's basically what that entire event was for most of the people trying to do
everybody.
Like a event. Now, granted, it wasn't legless. It wasn't legless.
No, it was not.
It
was not legless. No, it wasn't.
Are you guys saying Hannah's the new Danny Spiegel?
Yeah, she is, man. But way more likable.
We're going to see Hannah at Rogue, Dear Bill and Katie. Don't forget to consider those who just missed the test. What is this? Don't forget to consider those who just missed. The testing is coming. Just missed. Oh, like, I don't understand that comment. This is quarterfinals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How did you do in that, Bill? Just curious.
I actually didn't do that one.
What workout are you looking at?
The last one.
I would not like to say. So she beat Colin Brander. She destroyed Spiegel. Is there any other names that are around there?
Hey, that's 50.
Fisher's in there.
Yeah.
How did you do? Where you can look this up by quarterfinals like this?
Yeah. How did Emily do? Hold on. Where's Emily? There she is.
Emily Rolfe.
So she beat her by like 5 seconds.
Dude, I think with who she's been around as she's done her training, Jacob Hepner likes weird shit. He always has. And I'm just talking like old foundation stuff. If you take a female athlete and she has been doing rope climbs for any length of time, she's going to have one up on the field, even though you have a young athlete that hasn't matured into her strength yet. I think that she's going to be able to be. I think she doesn't have to win it. All she has to do is stay right in the middle of the pack.
No, but I think it's
top
not
20% or whatever.
It's not maturing into her strength. I think she's matured too much into her strength that it will hurt her.
Oh, with her size. No, I hear what you're saying on that. I get it.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
The way these are, where you got to go up and then you got to come back down. Like, I think weight plays so much of a role in these.
It's really hard to listen to you while I don't even know what that movement was. It was going on.
That guy's twerking.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Jeez Louise.
Now imagine them doing this to LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony and all of the NBA guys. He is having a good time.
Yeah. That looks bad for your back.
I don't know. I think that I could see her. Maybe it's that I really want to see her with the opportunity. Who was I talking to? I was talking to someone on the thread about this. If she does make it, should she go?
I think so.
You think she should go to the game?
I think she should go with no expectations and just do your best.
Okay. Now, we had that whole talk about Fusile earlier, talking about should she take a year off to gain strength, to shore up whatever issues she has, whatever weaknesses she has. I think with Olivia, I mean, she is. She's doing her thing, shoulder to shoulder with the best around.
Look at Danny Spiegel here. She's killing it.
That's so funny. But to be able to take the year competing, still getting up there, go into the teens group, do her thing. And she's going to know at the end of the semis where her weaknesses are compared to the rest of the field that she needs to work on. And now have a whole year to do that rather than trying to, get ready for the games. Because there's a lot of people, they want to go to the games. I get it. But I don't know if you can just go to the games and have fun.
Here's what I'm saying.
It is a meat grinder.
I'm saying do that stuff, train that way, and then do the games. Like I'm not saying just go to have fun. Do your best, right? But don't take it like I'm in games training. I'm gonna hype up the volume and I'm gonna time to swim a whole bunch and all that stuff. Still work on your weaknesses. Train as you would to eventually be better than you are right now, right? But still do the games. What's the point of doing the teen division? Why even go? She's so much better than second place. Why?
Bill, you're saying she should go teens again?
Like you're saying do the teens and do your thing. I mean, it's a waste of a weekend. Like I would just train through the weekend. If you're gonna do that, you might as well not even go. Because you're gonna win.
Confidence.
She's won it 3 years in a row. She don't need no confidence against the teenagers. She needs confidence against freaking Laura Horvath. That's a whole different thing.
I don't know if she's gonna have. I mean, look what we've already had. We've had our young athletes that have already bounced out 3 years after being in the 2 years, 1 year after being in the elite division. Maybe she shouldn't do it. I'm not saying she can't do it. What I'm saying is it a waste of time? No, because she's still a young kid. Go there and pack up that confidence where you feel good. You're on a high note. You run that out, giving yourself that 1 year to think, okay, I'm shooting for that one. Not to go in and get in there and just get annihilated, because then what's she going to think when she goes in? It's going to be like, well, I was supposed to get my ass kicked. I got my ass kicked. So now when I go against these guys, I'm really going to get my ass kicked. And believe me, I know there was some chatter about should the teens division even be there? I'm not like I think competition all the time. I don't like the idea of when people go to the easy event. Like I didn't want to ever do the Masters. I wanted to stay in the open division as long as I could because I didn't want to be a big fish in a little pond. I wanted to line up with the best. That was me. But she's also very young, very early in her career is what I'm saying. She's got a lot of time. So
what's the difference between young and early in her career? She's young. She's young, man.
Well, I know, but I think it's more important
to
say early in her career based on rather than young, I think, because I mean, look at some of the athletes that we have in there. 19, 21, 22, 20. I mean, like, technically that's all young.
Let me ask you this though. Do you think Emma Lawson is more confident after the games last year?
Oh, yeah, she fucking kicked. She kicked ass
right?
there. Yeah.
Now, like my point, it's not a Mal and Haley thing. Hey, I bet you the first year Haley did the games, she had a blast. Now I don't know where she went.
Haley wanted to get the hell out of the teen division.
Right.
She did not want to be there. She's like just wanted to be at the big show.
Yeah, and
Haley
the
Adams?
first year she was at the games, she didn't expect to win. She didn't expect a podium. She was just trying to do her best, and I bet she had a blast at the games that year, even if it was hard, and like a beatdown, right? But we expected nothing of her. And then everybody was like, man, why is Haley not getting stronger? Why is Haley not getting stronger year after year after year after year? And then mentally, that beatdown, I think, got the best of her. Mal, everybody's telling Mal, you should be the
You're the
woman in
next.
the world.
You're the next. You're the next.
You're freaking Tia Toomey incarnate. Like, those type of expectations, I think, is what brings that pressure that's killing these kids.
What did you say? What did you say about Olivia for the last? What have you been saying about Olivia for the last 2 years? You just wrote it to me.
Horvath.
Right. You don't think that's going to be pressure?
No. Here's why. Here's why. Laura Horvath is not Tia Toomey. I'm saying she is an athlete like Laura Horvath. It's like a comp. I'm not saying she needs to be second fittest woman in the world and dominate all the machine events. I just think all the teams that we've had coming up have been in the mold of like little gymnasty girls or strong gymnasty girls, but look kind of like Tia body wise, right? Or Haley, who's very small and petite. Olivia's not like that. Olivia's a bigger girl. And we haven't had a teenager dominate people like that. I just think she's in the mold of Laura Horvath when none of the other teams are. And I think that's cool.
I don't even think we know what athlete we're looking at with Kerstetter. I mean, she's so fucking young, dude. Do you remember what it's like to be 17? How old are you, John? 30?
28.
28, yeah. I mean, dude.
And again,
dude, you went to your 10-year high school reunion this year. This fucking kid, she isn't even like reunion. Do you remember when you were graduating from high school and you'd hear people talk about a 10-year high school reunion? You're like, ew, old fuck. Dude, you have lint in your belly button older than her. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not saying if she wanted to do it, like if I was with,
if she wanted to do it. John is growing on me. Holy shit! Well, he's having a great show.
I would say, hey, if you want to go, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying that if it was up to me, I'd be like, okay, well, what
do you want?
What are you trying to get? Is it about being on the floor? Or
it's this. I'll show you,
do you know that we got some holes that we need to fix for you to come out and smash?
What about this?
10 years,
first and fourth.
Years.
Isn't that enough, Bill? A first and a fourth. That's fucking gnarly.
Well, I mean, he's looking at the 26th and the 34th.
Right. That's what I'm looking at. And
but
what's tomorrow going to be? 20? The first event, 20?
I mean, this is basically Guy at the CrossFit Games.
Honestly, I think worse than 20th, but
okay.
This is Guy at the CrossFit Games, right?
So if she squeaks in, is it worth it to go?
I think it's like like you said, whatever. It's what she wants. I just think there's no point in winning the teen division again. I would rather her not go to the games and truly train for 20 months or to do the next CrossFit Games. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no point in doing the teen division again. You're going to crush it. It'd be like, Bill, how old are you?
54.
Those are two different names.
I just don't say my. I don't even say.
His mouth and his brain is starting to fight.
It'd be like you doing the 60+ division. It's not you going to the Masters. It's you going to the 60+ division where you're going to dominate everybody so badly. There's no point in you being there, right? The Masters division is still hard.
In the 55 division, you use a 35-pound dumbbell?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, 35 pounds.
That's what you're coming up on. But
James
you see what I'm saying?
Teen athletes need a good sounding board from parents to coach. When they have that, sky's the limit.
I agree with that. I think that there needs to be some heavy duty discussion so that there's a roadmap that's set out.
And then just no pressure.
Whitney Davis, don't get rid of it. Don't get rid of it. Maybe get rid of social media so they can't hear all your stupid comments about them.
Well, that's certainly not going to happen.
Amen. But that's the thing.
That'll never happen.
If you're Olivia's dad, you have to grab her, steal her fucking phone, and put her in a car and take her on a camping trip for 2 weeks. Yeah, you got to hit the reset button on kids.
I do know this. I do know that I've years ago, my parents said, like, so I was like 18, basically turned 18 right when I graduated. So I was like a young senior.
And there wasn't internet back then, people, just so you know. I'm not trying to make an old joke. I'm just telling you the truth.
Yeah.
And there weren't cell phones. And like, it was gangster if you had a pager. I'm serious.
I remember my parents said for a lot of years, they wish they would have held me back so that I would have gotten 1 year more of growth on me. I was a state champ my senior year. I was a runner-up my junior year. I would have won state. If I would have been held back, I would have been that again. I grew my freshman year in college is when I first started getting some size. Could you imagine in wrestling? Yeah. Could you imagine? My senior year, I wrestled 132 was my weight.
At least there's weight classes in wrestling. It didn't really matter if you were big or not. You just won classes.
It's true. Right now, 6 foot. I don't know if you meant like now or like then. Then I was probably like 5'10" maybe.
And you wrestled in what division?
132.
That's insane.
119 the year before that.
Crazy.
But like I didn't get any size until that next year. So like and it's really strange because being in a combative sport versus like me and John, like me and you can go at each other and like you're just moving your barbell, I'm moving my barbell. Like I'm gonna kick my own ass, you're gonna kick your own ass. You're not gonna kick mine or the other way around. So
yeah,
I know there's a difference with that, but man, could you imagine her with like when she actually physically matures?
Laura Horvath.
Laura Horvath, I know, totally.
Well, and that, by the way, that's the social media piece too. You got to make sure that her brain can mature too, because if she finds her identity from this fucking device instead of what Medeiros has, his family, loved ones, and maybe some deep inner work, some values, she'll be fucked just like the rest. Oh, you hung up. I was just about to get to you. Jesus Christ, pussy. Tiago Cavalsante. 11 rubles. Take a look at Justin's scores and compare them with Jeffrey Adler in first. Very similar. Test 3 is very interesting. Medeiros beat Jeff by 4 seconds, but Adler got 4th. Justin got 12th.
Well, I would rather look at Justin's scores versus Vellner's scores, where Vellner's much more higher than Justin.
But this is good shit right here, right? Because last week we saw how good Adler looked.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this is good stuff Tiago's saying. He's basically saying the West is harder.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, there was a gap between Jeff and the other 3 guys, if I remember correctly, and Linda. There was like a minute gap between those, and that's where all the other guys were placing between the winner and then Adler's score. First through third were very close to each other, and then there was a minute, and then it was Adler. So I just think there's more guys that are in that gap per se, not necessarily it's better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is workout 3. Oh, I see what you're saying. Wow, John, good fucking shit. You're basically Samuel Jason and Roman Krennikov all got the same time. And then a minute further, Jeffrey Adler and Noah Olson and then James Sprague came in. I see what you're saying. Okay. You're talking about that minute gap there.
Yeah.
Oh, good memory. Thank you, Tiago. I wonder where that's from. R. I'm gonna guess he's not from Finland.
I think he's from South America because he knew a lot about them.
Why would you say that?
Say what?
John. that he's from South America?
Because he's the guy who said Andrea was not married to Kaique.
Oh, good stuff. I thought it was because his name was Tiago and he had a fucking black mop on his head. What is that? What is that? Yeah, how much?
South African rand.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
50 cent. Thank you.
50 cents.
50 cents.
Boom.
I think it's technically
All that
$5.
conversation.
Oh, no, it is.
Hey, what is this? Sevan Podcast cause? What is that? COS? What is that?
Chief of staff.
Oh.
I was
Okay,
wondering about that earlier.
point of order,
too.
Sevan. Don't forget to feed and walk John Young after the show. He looks hungry and needs to pee. Thank you. Chief of staff.
Oh, never mind. It's the Brazilian real.
Caleb.
I looked up R to
James-
USD. That's what came up.
James Townsend, I've been through all the pressure at 17 and almost checked out. That's why I can personally relate to these pressures from athletes. I could totally make 132, by the way. Easy. I mean, it wouldn't be easy, but I wouldn't look like emaciated.
I don't think I can make 182.
Eaton, that's the most I've ever weighed in my life. Eaton Beaver, they call it reclassing. 19-year-old senior reclassing. Oh, what Bill was saying he wanted to do? Stay back a year? Reclassing?
Wrestling is crazy with cuts, though. What's the worst?
Well, it's way different now. It's way different now than back in my day. I mean, they didn't really care as much, but now they try to make it safer.
What's the worst? Can you walk me through the worst cut you've ever done? Like worst situation? I know the wrestlers are crazy with that stuff.
I could easily regularly lose like 8 pounds in a practice without having to wear like plastics and sweats and all that kind of stuff. But we would do, if we're on a hard cut, we'd have our practice or whatever, and then you'd put your plastics on, you'd go run, you'd go hop in the sauna. The trick we always used was you're in the sauna, you'd take like a credit card or your school ID and you'd scrape the sweat off of you. So because
it would replace
that your body would like try to like cool that area. Yeah. So it'd be like swipe and sweat off you like that. Remember that there would be like guys on a bike, stationary bike in there, just riding with the burning the rocks and like I don't go into saunas anymore. Like that
PTSD.
smell. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Adler did that last week with no knowledge. Medeiros had an extra week in footage of the event to figure out a better strategy. Shells.
Very true.
Extra sloppy. Nah, these guys have an entire other week to strategize, and they get to strategize based off the performance of the other high-level men they already saw.
I mean, that's what Brent said. Brent said he went back and looked at the videos and watched the split, so he knew exactly what he needed to hit, and then used that for himself.
Graham Scott, all of these athletes also had an entire week to study and prep. Are you going to talk to Hunter McIntyre? Yeah, of course. Eventually. I mean, I've been texting the hell out of him. He hasn't responded. I'm assuming he did a bunch of fucking heroin and blow and passed out somewhere and got taken to the drunk tank, is what I'm guessing. Danny T, but don't quote me on that. Danny T, I think the point is more Justin would probably be on the podium if he was in the East, but doesn't take away that doesn't take away the fact that Vellner is crushing it.
Vellner's crushing it.
I don't think he'd be on the podium in the East right now. I think he would end up on the podium, but I don't think he would be on it now.
If he finishes 7, the pundits are going to be fucking talking shit about him between now and the games. I guarantee you, no one's going to be putting him as champ except for me.
Oh, no, I think most people will still put him as champ.
No, fuck that. Everyone wants to jump on the well.
It's
easy. Did fuck them up. It did fuck everyone up that Roman ended up taking 4th. I think that fucked a lot of people up too. The Roman.
Yeah, Roman didn't dominate either.
Caller, hi. Can you turn your YouTube off? Hi.
Yeah, I turned it off.
Thanks,
hey, Zach from Michigan. Just wanted to say it's interesting. Towns has been talking a lot about ways to relate with younger athletes. He used to be Matt Old's coach.
Yeah.
Just kind of an interesting thought there. Something to talk about, consider, you know.
And what do you want me to read into that? I don't know what you mean by that. What are you saying?
Oh, like so he's been a lot about Mal, and she's been stepping out. He was Mal's coach previously before user. So don't you think that's like interesting that like he's talking about you could relate to that? I don't think he's necessarily saying that Matt isn't, but that's a skill that a lot of coaches need to have, especially with some of these younger athletes, kind of in a parental role.
Right.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. Fair
You
enough.
have to be if you're going to be a good coach, you have to have be multifaceted with how you're going to handle each athlete. Not like we do it this, but like what do you
can't handle Barnhart the same way you can handle Mal.
Exactly.
For sure. Well, and even we look at health as a whole. I mean, like bring it back to CrossFit in general. Mental health is a piece of well-being, and managing an athlete, understanding some of that growing. It's an encompassing thing. Sometimes we look at the sport of fitness as just like the games and competing. Rich retired early because the hardest part is, the mental game. And sometimes we forget the weight that has on 17, 18-year-olds.
It's funny when I think of Rich retiring because of the mental game, or Matt, I think of it just they get tired of going to the pain cave. It's funny. I never thought about the pressure from the outside world. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that's the way I always interpret it. And I probably interpreted it wrong.
I mean, I'm sure that's a piece of it. Those guys are also older. They can block out some of those things we talk about, the brain not fully developing. Young kids can maybe shut it off from the pain cave a little bit easier. Haley talked about how Rich doesn't like to suffer, and he's just and that's it. So I think it's an interesting thought to think maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks,
brother.
bye.
Thank you. Bye. Yeah, I got to fix this phone thing. Oh yeah, you hear that?
That's interesting. She says, like what he said about Rich, because Haley did say that Rich doesn't like to suffer, but I mean the mental suffer of just hitting the grind day after day after day. Rich is probably one of the best ones ever. You know what I mean? And people don't really think about, like, you wake up, you're hit by a train. You decide to train or not.
In the way he did it, like most other athletes, they have their plan. It's like, okay, I guess I'm doing these things today. Because you already have your plans already set up. Your coach has already set it up for you. Whereas Rich would always do it. All right, what are we doing today?
Let's see what we want to do.
Let's come up with something.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people would be really hard, because if it's one of the things about being an athlete is it's nice just to shut your brain off and just do. But then he's having to decide, okay, how am I gonna put myself into the pain cave today? Do I want to do it with some heavy weight? Do I want to do it with some crazy road? Do I want to go and run? Am I going to go swim? I really don't want to do this. I guess we're doing that today. Like, you're the master of your own domain of how bad you want to make it hurt.
And he did his own. Yeah, he did all his own programming too, right?
Yeah, so
he's got.
I feel like it's hard to improve that way when you're the one making your programming.
100%, because there's always going to be a bias to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we milk this cow.
Moo.
Kayla, what time do we come on tomorrow? Oh, there you are, right there. Shit, I don't have to yell at you. There you are, right there.
We're scheduled for 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, 8 a.m. So the first event's at 9 a.m.
Correct.
God, I hope we do this right. Okay, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, Pacific Standard Time. I'll see you here. Bill, will you be here?
I'll be here.
Mr. Young?
I'll be here.
Caleb?
I'll be here.
All right, and I think tomorrow also Mr. Spin I think he was off doing family stuff. It's really disgusting. And he'll be back tomorrow. All right, guys, thank you. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Bye-bye.